co-creating how we can learn and share together. This is far more a water planet than a land planet. More than 70% of Gaia's surface is aquatic. So let's start there. Looking at these waves, they have similarity from a distance. Yet up close, each wave is unique, a unique free story in alignment with a particular purpose, and their uniqueness contributes to the non-commoditization, to the beautiful artisan harmony of the collective. Amidst freedom, there is fairness, and so there is harmony, true sustainability. Do you see the analogy? An artisan distribution that honors individuality, and locally and broadly counters commoditization. Is this how our manufacturing systems work? Do they give breathing room to the innate individuality of the components, honoring their sacred stories, and improvisationally, trustingly harmonizing them into collective moral beauty? Would any farmer plow their fields analogously to this? Would supply chains be patient enough to wait potentially years and years, and potentially accept much higher costs in exploring what the result would be? There's either harmony or disharmony. The natural world is harmonious. The artificial world is disharmonious. We can't eat, sleep, breathe, and drink disharmony and expect the result to be harmony. We can't blend poisons as ingredients and somehow expect to end up with a gourmet feast. Rather than short-term conveniences that maintain our blindness to what we're actually doing, we should accept the truth that the chief export of the artificial world is disharmony, and instead we should respect and fully honestly co-create with the already existing harmony that is the natural world. Nature has been at it for eons and has learned a lot in the process. Yes, it's true, all of physical reality is an illusion, yet a purposeful one, and in alignment with ourselves, the purpose is spiritual. By our investment timetables of several years, months, days, or even split seconds, ultimately, why have children? Why be kind? Why care about anyone other than ourselves here and now? We have great power to do what is wrong, and great power to do what is right. So our choices now are more important than ever. If we want to be able to enjoy the garden of reality, we need to tend to it through true love, which is trust-based happiness, integrity-led visions, with flexibility about the details, flexibility about the time frames, flexibility to ever-emerging better ways of doing things, flexibility to immerse ourselves in artistic harmony, to collaboratively manifest our shared dreams. We want to be guided by truth, the ever-growing consciousness of our hearts, communicated to us through feelings about how we should invest our attention, and about how, while we are still alive, we can deliver the preciousness that is our purpose for being here in the first place. Let's return to the sea and its abundance of museum-quality sacred goodwill gestures along its shores. One of the most amazing things about seashells is the near impossibility of improving upon them. If we want a seashell to look as beautiful as possible, we should mainly focus upon giving it a good home, rather than to try to make it something that it isn't. How do you feel when you see these shells? Do you see the correlation with a cornucopia of plenty, illustrating how nature miraculously provides? Do you see the wisdom in the diversity of forms? How each becomes more amidst a canvas of wonder? Do you see the extreme similarity of the micro and the macro, consistently with how the universe operates? Do you see what's happened to the space between the shells? It's gone from what appears to be commodity air to sacred space that complements, harmonizes with the forms of the shells. Children have a natural affinity to tunnels, to transitional space, where curiosity grows and knowledge is nurtured, ultimately leading to the deepest knowledge of all, spiritual knowledge. These are natural building blocks, natural toys, natural playthings that lend themselves to moral-driven stories, rather than artificial square and rectangular blocks that lend themselves to artificial, arbitrary, technical stories of industry, of towers and bridges. Which of these teaches the innate sanctity, the precious, priceless value of everything, great and small? Everything has a purpose. Every creative choice has implications. What are all the moral implications? Are they being best served? That's our compass in harmoniously collaborating on the art of nature. There are no one-size-fits-all answers. Depending upon who you are, what your skills are, and the circumstances around you, it may be best to leave seashells on the beach, or for someone else, it may be best to collect as many gorgeous specimens of nature as possible, to assemble them with extreme artisanship in a warehouse, and then to create a wraparound dark ride that millions of people can experience in order to be immersed in nature and to fall in love with nature. The only number that really exists is infinity. If the external world were real, would it make any sense that your paradigm is that of being locally constrained within it, rather than able to step back and to have conscious awareness of everything? Our external setting is the canvas upon which the balance of reality chooses to manifest itself. It's not objectively real, but it's the way that the universe chooses to speak to us, to honor our free will in largely talking past us, so that we can decide what path we want to take and how we want to grow. Everything is the same as nothing. Diversity is experience and beauty. The answer to why is love. And the path of propulsion further into the infinite palatial tunnel of wonder is to listen to our heart as to what love would do next. We'll continue in the next video.